guys, my name is Kara White, and I will be demonstrating the lesson plan that I came up with for this assignment, for this class. And the fine motor activity I chose is bowling or ball rolling activities, so any form of ball rolling. I did this for a pre-K level class because I want to teach preschool and pre-kindergarten students. And so the objectives I came up with are demonstrating a variety of listening skills and response to commands, performing movements with the balls in forms such as grasping, rolling, or pushing, and then demonstrating communication with peers and concept of personal space. So I just want to give a quick recap summary of the introduction activity and the fitness activity because that was part of a previous lesson. And so the introductory activity I came up with, students practice spatial awareness by flying around as birds, because our theme is birds, in their designated area. So I have cones that I have set up to mark designated areas. And so also listening skills, because you may need to make sure that your students have good listening skills. So ideally we'd have a whistle. I don't have a whistle, so the second alternative I came up with is clapping. So when I clap once, that starts the activity of flying and flapping our wings while we're grasping our eggs or balls in this case. Eggs go with the bird theme. And so and then you can also use verbal commands, like you can say, okay, birds, fly faster. And our wings flap faster and our feet move quicker, still staying in our general area. And then 2 claps means to stop the activity. So, and we freeze like statues. And then do say reset and go back to our general area at the beginning. And then for our fitness activity, we're using bending activities, which will help us with our focus activity. So we're still grasping our balls, so we're still working on that grasping reflex. And so with the bending, we can practice bending down to our toes, still holding our ball, still holding both balls, and then stretching up over, pretending maybe we're putting the eggs in our nest, stretching high up, and then back down. And then each of these activities were to understand body movement. Alright, so now that we have done our stretching exercises, each little bird will return their small egg to the big basket, and then sit back down in their nest area on the blue line, so the window side of the gym. So blue and black, please return your eggs back to the basket. And then red and yellow, return your eggs to the basket. Alright, and then I will now get a bigger egg, so a medium-sized egg or ball. And then I'm going to ask my students over here to stand up and help me model this activity of ball rolling. So this is going to help with stretching because we're gonna bend at our waist so our ball is on the floor, and then we're gonna use the back of our hands to roll the ball to our partner. And when our partner gets it, he's gonna stand up with his arms out, and then he's gonna bend down and roll the ball back to his partner, being me. And then you're gonna do the same thing again. So, if you are a red band, I would like you to find a blue partner and then find a nest area to work in. Make sure there's no other students with you.
I'm red. Can I be your partner?
Make sure you stand on either side of the nest. There you go. And remember, we're practicing bending and pushing with the back of our hands. Yes, just like that. Hands now. No. Remember, rolling the ball. Backs of our hands. There you go. We don't want to lose the ball. We're outside. Never know. We might take them balls away.
Teacher, can I kick the ball?
No, you can't kick the ball. We don't want to. That might go too high. Then we might lose the ball.
Okay.
We're working with the space we have today. Awesome. You guys did that awesomely. Okay, so now, if you don't have a ball, a medium-sized ball, I need you to go find one in the egg basket. Where's the egg basket? Oh, good job. Good job. You remember where the egg basket is. Now I need everybody to be back on the window side of the gym, sitting down crisscross applesauce on the blue line next to a blue cone. And I'll just say real quick, my one student here has 2 hip replacements and a knee replacement, and so that's why she's not sitting like my other student, because her body can't physically do that. So she'll just be standing. But sometimes you have to make those kind of limitations with students. Alright, so next we're going to be pretending that our cones are the branches of a tree. And so we're going to do something called weaving, which means we're going to move our ball in between all these cones. So, let's see here. May I borrow your ball?
Yes, Miss Kira.
Thank you. Alright, so we're going to stand behind our cone. You don't have to hit anything around you. We're going to put the ball down. And when I clap, you're going to weave your ball in between. So you go like this, and get as close to the cone as you can. And then when you get to this side, so the opposite end of where you start, you're going to get down in a mommy bird squatting position. And then you're going to count to 5. So you're going to count all the way to 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you're going to stand back up and then go back. Leave it back. Make sure your feet don't touch the cones. Make sure your feet don't touch the ball. You only want your hands to touch the ball when you're doing this activity. Well,
Thank you.
you're welcome. All right. So. We're ready to stand up. And your inner bird. We're working on moving our egg through the nest, through the branches. Yes.
Teacher, do we stand in our nest or at a cone nest?
You can stand at a cone if you find that easier.
Thank you.
And then so just remember to go in between. So we're going in kind of like a snake kind of pattern, I guess you could call it. All right. So the concept of them stopping and counting to 5 is to help slow them down, so that way it doesn't become a race, because we're not racing right now. This isn't the game. This is us just practicing the concept we'll need for the game, which we'll do next. No, we're not supposed to be throwing the ball up. Just keep it on the ground.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5. Good job. All right, and next we will move on to our game activity. All right, so now that we have practiced with our focus activity, now we're going to move on to our actual game activity. So I need everybody to stand in front of a blue cone. All my little birds standing in front of a blue cone. Perfect. All right, now we need to remove our blue cone so we have more room for this game. So I want everybody to take their blue cone and move it to the cone basket next to the ball basket. Now let's see who can find more blue cones, because I still see them around here. Who else can
I
find
found one!
Good job. I still see some blue. I still see
I
some
want
blue.
Teacher found last one!
Good job. Alright, now I need everybody on the red line, which is on that side of the gym. Facing me. Facing me. There you go. Now we're going to get lined up for our activities. So I've got little markers here. So if you have a red band on, I want you to stand in front of this cone. And if you're a black band student with a black band, you need to have to be in front of this cone. If you have a blue band, you need to be in front of this cone. And yellow will be on our end here. Now, obviously, if we had more students, we would have more lines, but we have to move some to make some room. So now, if you are in the front of your color line, so if you're in the front of red or blue, I need you to go find a medium-sized egg in the egg basket. And go back to your line. And then if you are, so we have 4 people in each line, so if you are in the 3rd or 4th spot in your line, so the back or very next to the back, I need you to come stand at the top of the tree. We can do our little relay. Alright. now we're gonna do the game activity. So how this is gonna work is, and so it's the same weaving like we did in the focus, but this time instead of doing it independently, you're gonna be doing it with a team, mates. And so you're gonna weave it, and then when you get to the bottom, you're gonna hand it to the person at the top of the tree.
Teacher, can I throw it?
No, you don't want to throw the ball. This
Okay.
is about practicing our stretching and our control of the ball. Make sense?
Yes.
Alright. So when I clap, what does that mean? Clap once, who remembers?
We move.
That's right! Now we're gonna move crazy though, or we're gonna watch our classmates make sure we don't hit anybody though, right? Yes. Alright.
Come on, you can do it! You can do it! Come on! You're doing good! Yay! Come on! Come on, you can do it faster! 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 Good job! My turn!
Yep, I like the teamwork that's happening here.
My turn.
You can do it! Thank you!
Remember, keep ball on the floor. We're rolling it. There we go, good listening.
Oh, I'm dizzy!
There we go. Like I said, the ideal theater whistle. Alright, so now if you were holding an egg, hold it up so I can see who's holding an egg. Alright, now I need you to go swap that egg out. There are smaller eggs in that basket, so swap out your big ball or medium ball for a smaller ball. We're going to try doing it with a smaller ball now. Perfect. Let's go back to the beginning. Same concept, just smaller ball. I want to see if you guys can do it with the same control. Alright. One hand, I like that. Oh yeah, alternating hands, that's good.
Teacher, he straddled the cone.
Let's go straddle the cone. As long as you don't hit the cone, though, that's the main thing. We want to make sure we're not touching the cone.
Teacher, this is hard.
I know, it's hard on a smaller cone. That's why, smaller ball, smaller egg. That's why we started with the bigger one, so we're practicing. I like how you're watching where you're rolling it, though. That's good.
This is hard. Here you go. You're welcome.
Perfect. Alright, so that's my lesson plan and my activities with introduction and fitness and focus and game. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope this helps you. Thank you.